Spoiler alert. The testimony from Diddy's former employee, Mia, a pseudonym, is so important, she's not done. In fact, she's going to continue on the witness stand Monday. But we've still got a lot to get to with her testimony from today. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. I already shared with you one video about today's developments. Watch that to be fully caught up. But let us resume where we left off with Mia on the witness stand in the federal trial against the disgusting, disgraced music mogul, where he is facing charges of trafficking, racketeering, and Mia recounted celebrating a New Year's Eve with Diddy where he berated her and humiliated her for not counting cash quickly enough. They were on a yacht in St. Bart's, and Mia testified that it was normally the job of Diddy's security to count his money. Doesn't the bank count your... Well, he's probably real shady and didn't get all that cash from the bank. Is the IRS looking into Diddy yet? They should. You better learn how to walk on water like Jesus, bitch. Get the F out of here, Diddy yelled at her, 'cause she couldn't count $100,000 cash fast enough. Mia said the incident made her want to run and hide, and she eventually hitched a ride to land, only to come back to the boat after Diddy demanded her return. Mia says that eventually she reached her breaking point after abuse and SA and quit in 2017. At that point, she retained an attorney to negotiate back wages, bonuses, and severance. But that allegedly enraged Diddy, the fact that she got a lawyer involved. According to Mia, Diddy felt like she essentially stabbed him in the back because she hired an attorney. The attorney advised her to negotiate a settlement with Diddy because of the alleged abuse that she faced while working for him. Mia said she felt bad about speaking to lawyers because I was breaking this idea of confidentiality, and I felt like I was betraying Diddy, like I was telling the secrets. I felt really wrong and shameful for telling on him. Mia confesses that she told her lawyers about the incidents of violence, but not the alleged sexual assaults. Quote, "I was going to die with that," she said about the times that he raped her. Ultimately, she settled for $400,000. After splitting that amount with her lawyers, she kept a little bit more than half the money. Not enough. Not enough! When asked by the prosecution whether she would give the money back if it meant she could erase the alleged abuse she experienced, she replied, "Absolutely, in a second." Mia testified that prior to her leaving his employment, she was suspended several times from her job, including once after she accidentally fell asleep after being awake for days. Mia said that she tried to run away from her job before she eventually quit in 2017, but it never worked. She said she felt that if she left, she would never be able to get a job somewhere else. Mia testified that after Cassie sued Diddy, he reached out to her. The government showed the jury an email from Combs to Mia in which he used kind words in asking for a phone call to have my memory jogged on a few things. But Mia said she didn't respond. "I was terrified. I knew this was a front." Mia said she believed that Diddy was fearful of her telling anyone what she'd seen him do over the years. Quote, "Puff wanted D-Rock, one of his security guards, to get me and make sure I wasn't a threat. Thankfully, she didn't engage and didn't respond and didn't meet up with anybody." Mia said that she dodged calls and texts from Diddy and the bodyguard for months, making up excuses like scuba diving for having not yet announced her support for the man that abused her. I pretended like, yeah, of course, I will, no problem, because I was terrified of him. Mia testified that after she quit and got her settlement, she texted Diddy after the mother of 3 of his children, Kim Porter, died. She also told the jury that she would reach out to him occasionally, like on Porter's birthday or when his close friend passed away. Quote, I felt so terrible for him and his family. Then the defense was up trying to poke holes into Mia. They showed some photos that she had posted on social media of her with Diddy that included one with the caption, "Thank you for giving me an extended family for life." She also referred to Diddy as her mentor. You wrote, "You are forever one of my great fans." This about the man who traumatized you, one of Diddy's defense attorneys said. She added that she had made positive posts about Combs because social media was about showing off about a great life, even if it wasn't true in reality. As I told you yesterday, today, Mia confirmed that she believes when they were celebrating his 40th birthday that he drugged her, putting something in her drink. The defense then showed even more social media posts from Mia where she was hyping up Diddy. I get that, though. I get why she did it. Diddy's lawyer went really hard on Mia in cross-exam. At one point asking her, why would you promote the person who has stolen your happiness in life? She responded, those were the only people I was around, so that was my life. You had to promote it. It was a very confusing cycle of ups and downs. Mia said that she even had to get permission from him to go see her family. Quote, I had to get permission to leave or do things. I had to beg to go to my grandmother's funeral. And then it happened. Diddy's defense lawyer positioned his SA of her as consensual sex. He asked her, isn't it true that Mr. Combs never had unwanted, non-consensual sex with you? Mia responded, what I said in this courtroom is the truth. I have not lied to anyone at all. When asked how she could say nice things about Diddy, Mia also opened up, quote, that could be explained with any SA victim and the shame they carry. I'm unraveling a lot of this now in therapy. And disgustingly, she says, nobody around us even flinched at his behavior. I don't know how to explain that. I was always in trouble and finding a way not to be in trouble. When asked why she worked for him for so long, Mia said, I was young and manipulated and eager to survive. That. She added, I just wanted to do my best and make everybody happy all the time. So I tend to take a lot more than normal people. Mia said, after something violent with Diddy, if I was pushed to the edge, I would confront him about things. He would say, I need help. Yeah, we've seen that before. Remember his apology video after the Cassie hotel footage leaked? Ugh. Mia went from being his assistant to working at Revolt Film and still doing assistant-like things, but eventually he shut down Revolt, and she said that felt like the worst thing in the world. Quote, I didn't want to leave the company that I built where I was actually starting to see my dreams come to fruition. Defense is trying to paint a different picture of what happened between Mia and Diddy. And we're going to hear more from Mia because she will be back on the witness stand Monday. That is everything for today. Let's discuss all we've learned in this video in the comments section. Thank you for watching.